23 years when I'm looking at the internet and reading all the shit and all these people that think they know about fighting, and I'm not fucking sitting here acting like this is what I thought was going to happen here tonight. But what do I always say? Never judge a fight until it happens. You never know what the hell is going to happen in this batshit nutty sport.
Would you say this is one of the biggest upsets in the history of the
Yeah, I
sport?
mean, if you think about Australia, the two biggest upsets ever in the men's and women's division has happened in Australia.
What did you think of, we'll start with Israel, right? What did you think of his performance? I think some people are saying he looked very flat early on. He looked like he sort of didn't deal with the pressure Sean was giving him very well. What did you think of Israel?
Israel looked like he was in slow motion. He looked like he couldn't get off. He looked like he was really stiff tonight. He looked very slow.
Do you think that could be, you know, we always talk about his activity, but maybe there's something to be said that he might be overtrained at this point and maybe needs some time off? Or do you think it's just, hey, sometimes you have a bad night?
Only Israel knows what's going on. I'm very curious to see what he says at this press conference tonight. You know, there are a million things that could go wrong. Some days you wake up and it's just not there, man. You just don't, it's not there. He looked bone dry when he came out tonight, standing up really tall, looked very slow, looked like he couldn't get off at all. Even in the fifth round, when everybody knew he needed a knockout to win the fight, there was no sense of urgency to try to finish the fight. So I don't know if he's hurt, if he's, or he just, you know, tonight's that night.
Yeah. Did you speak to him in the cage at all?
What's that?
Did you speak?
Yeah. I said, you okay? He said, I'll talk to you later.
Okay. Then go to Sean Strickland. You know, he did what he's had to do, right? He came here, 100%. He beat the champion, 4 rounds to 1.
Came into hostile territory, the whole world talking shit about him, the whole world saying he couldn't do it, a 7-1 underdog, came in, almost finished him in the first round, and won the championship, won the world title, man. So everything that we're talking about right now about how crazy this sport is, when opportunities arise, you jump on them and you take them. And, you know, you should never turn down fights when you get the call, especially if it's for a world title.
Yeah. Sean's an interesting character, right, to have as champion.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah. You know,
I'm sure it's going to get crazy in here in a little while.
Yeah. Just this week we had the thing with the fan, and I know that he was kind of exaggerating as he does, but do you need to say, like, look, if you're going to be our promotions champion, can you cut some of that out? Or do you just think, well, let's just see what happens?
You know the answer to this question. Listen, we put this guy in this spot. And, you know, there was no, holy shit, we didn't know this was going to happen going into this, you know. Who the hell knows what's going to happen in here in 15, 20, 30 minutes whenever he gets in here. So it is what it is. This is the fight business, boys and girls.
Yeah.
And he is one of the nuttiest in the sport.
Yeah.